Is normal. His strength helped save the life of a man in a serious accident down the mine.
Well, it was part of the day's work, no? That's part of the day's work. Oh, he had a great big stone on top of him, just come out the roof. Yeah, the rock was on top of him. Just lift it off and...
Without Adrian's power, the boulder would have been difficult to remove. The mine's champion arm wrestler happened to be in the right place at the right time. Crofty men support Adrian's race day, including the longest-serving man at the mine, Les Matthews. Adrian's heroics are a reminder to him. He nearly died after an 80-metre fall underground. Luckily, Crofty men were there to help him too. Adrian's way of relaxing is to damage other cars.
Oh, just a bit of fun, you know, just for sport. They're just great and all have a bit of laugh. Oh, giving them a bit of touch of this and that, you know. I just got to win. Just great, crash your way through and win.
Race 22, Adrian Munford, the Cornish miner. He works center at South Crofty Mine. At Redruth, he was the man who won this afternoon's heat one for the bangers.
What keeps him so strong?
You're under there mining all day long. Then you're under there blasting, drilling, mucking, all sorts.
While Adrian power drives to keep ahead, Les reflects on the efforts to remove him from the mine after his accident and the fact he was so overweight the stretcher collapsed. It took Les 6 months to get back on his feet, putting an end to the heavy physical work that Adrian is now employed to do, as well as an active sporting life.
I used to do wrestling once, Cornish wrestling once, when I was young.
And tug of war.
And tug of war, rugby. We don't do much competition, just local events like.
We won at the tug of war though. We represented the county once.
It was more smaller concern, and people would help each other. You know, it's all into one, more family like that. You know. Today, you know, we was going to dry and sit down and talk and all after you leave work. But today it's just into work and home. Come in the mornings, down. So you may not see some blokes for 12 months. See?
After 40 years, Les supervises the men who clear up after blasting. He remembers a tough regime.
They was harder men, you know what I mean? Hard men to work with, you know, they was bosses all the time. I mean, we youngsters had to be learnt the way that they was brought up in the hard way. So I started with the old miners, you know what I mean? I was a little youngster, and then all the old miners was there. My father was there all these years, and then I went there, and I was chasing the big money the same as everybody else. I mean, I was earning more money than what you could earn on surface. By that mean. I mean, I bought a new car when I was 17 years of age, and I was earning the big money, you know. But then when I couldn't follow my job as a machine man, they gave me a shift boss's job. So I went to mucker boss on night shift.
Frightening, Leslie.
Oh yes, it was one of these things, you know what I mean? But you've got to accept it. 1 minute you're earning good money, and you could be injured within 2 or 3 hours. This is the environment of what you're in. You're in mining, and it's a hard game. And you could say, well, I'm earning fantastic money, but once you get injured, that's it. When I had my smack, I realised that was the end of my big money earning. So I went to be a mucker boss then, on all the mucking crews on the night shift.
Now a new winding house takes shape, the most important tin mine development in Cornwall for years. The winder will be used to haul an emergency cage and Crofty miners to the surface. Safety inspectors demanded that renovation work down the adjoining Rossgear shaft had to be ready in a matter of months, and Crofty managed it. Without this second exit, the last tin mine in Europe would have been closed down.
He said, mate, are you sure this time?
Say again, Robin.
He said, mate, are you sure this time?
Yeah.
Rusted metal beams are renewed, highlighting the depth of the shaft, over 2,000 feet. The walls are made up of millions of bricks laid by hand 50 years ago, a feat of endurance which took all of 3 years. Further below, the miners of today have blasted an extension to the shaft so it's accessible to everyone. There's always fireworks in Cornwall's major sport, rugby union. Sons of miners follow in their father's footsteps by donning the red shirts to play for Redruth.
Pick it up, Simon, and go. Drive over it, that's it. Well done, over it. Go. Pick it up, go. Good boy, go back. Go back. Well done. And then help him. Let it get him. Well done. Yes.
Well, they're a good side. I mean, they've proven that over the years, haven't they?
Yeah.
As dads, the Crofty miners are uncompromising.
I think miners invented rugby. I don't know, they say it come from rugby, but I think it invented in Cornwall. It's our national sport anyway. I know it's only a game, but it's not, winning. That's the most important thing. And every country in the world's got a Cornishman on it. And just about every country now in the world plays rugby at some stage or other. Yeah.
I think you can tell by the voice that is being expressed around there, it's really important. Penzance are one of those sides that you really need to get under the belt for the boys' point of view and anything else.
They know that they can do it, but I don't know, it's just down here, they just can't do it.
For a century, Penzance and Newlyn have been key rivals. At home, they are difficult to beat. The miners stay philosophical.
You've got an industry which is mining. Within that mining confines, you've got people that play sports, whether it's football, snooker or rugby. I mean, I think obviously rugby is a big following in this part.
It's in the bar after, that's where everything
it's
settles
a good way
down.
of socialising. I mean, everybody would tell you the same.
Try one.
Try one or two.
You've got to keep the practice going, that's all I can say, really. I haven't said that, it's his round, so...
Thank God for cheap exports.
Back underground, Gary Kaczmarek bears down to safety work. But he wants promotion.
I'm only relief shift boss at the moment, filling in for someone who's off on holiday. And, the last couple of days haven't gone very well at all. Tamrock breakdowns, and mechanical and electrical breakdowns, basically. The trammers have had a couple of wagons on their sides. Other than that, we had a rock fall yesterday, which broke electric cable. That stopped 2 or 3 ends there last night, so getting back to normal now.
Nearby, the laser team are in action, the men making sure that South Crofty's equipment runs straight and true. The mine's conveyor has faltered, so using a laser beam, vital adjustments are made.
Right, Paul? You've got it up, lovely. That's great. And Paul? Yeah. Yeah, so what are we looking like there?
You've just been getting him level, have you?
Yeah, just lining it up, Andy.
North and south rails are level.
Well, that's what I want to do to confirm more than anything, is that we got it level now, but we need it side to side, so...
Check your direction.
We can check that first.
Down, hard. Okay. From what I can see, you want to start off with about 30 mil towards me, so 30 mil to the south.
Yeah, okay.
Down Crofty, a sophisticated red glow brings accuracy, but brute strength solves the problem.
Right, you got the hammer, have you? Yeah, just tap that.
Having left the rock face, the men are concerned with getting back up top. The blasting happens at the same time, so they often arrive at the main exit, the cage and cook shaft together, and anything goes. These are amongst Britain's hardest working men. Boarding the cage for the trip back to shower room, can be a strange ritual of last come, first served. Hungry miners are difficult to control. In the cage, it becomes a big squeeze. As the day shift go back up, ready for the night shift to come down, the laser team give the go-ahead. As Cornwall awakes, a newly qualified machine man starts his day. Taffy O'Brien has taken a year to move through the ranks to earn the label Hard Rock Miner.
It's your 8-hour day, you know, at the end of it, coming in the end of the week, you don't feel like working the weekends. Not on the mining side. You know, when I was tramming, it wasn't too bad. You could do 6-7 days a week. But, you know, mining 5 days a week, you just don't want it on the weekends. Most other places are paying a hell of a lot more money than what we were getting here at the moment. At the end of the day, you still got the family to feed and the mortgage to pay. It's a hell of a struggle on this money. Been together now 3 months, like, we're doing quite well as a team, like, yeah. So getting rounds every shift and things have gone quite smooth now. He's definitely got it in him. Well, you seem to have yet, so you had a good teacher, Mr. Kazmarek, Gary. Or stem from that, well, you know, Gary taught me, and later on I'll have another person, you'll have to bring them on, you know. Money's still a problem here at the moment. Obviously, until the price of tin goes up, and, you know, we should see the wages going up as well.
Dogs and mining are a religion. Taffy is part of that breed.
Showing dogs is one of my part-time interests, that and fishing. So my dogs take up a lot of my time. Now, this first year this year that I've sort of bred my bitch. So, you know, it takes up a lot of time, a lot of money involved. I say at 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes, it can be a bit arduous when you've got to be up at 6 following morning for ready for work. Sharon's normally one who wakes me up and tells me that the pups are crying and helps me out of bed with the left foot, like, you know. It's not as easy as I thought it would be, sort of, you know, taking your bitch to a dog and breeding. It doesn't end there, you know, a lot of feeding. You just don't, at the end of the night, you just don't throw the food down and leave it at that. It's a breed I've always liked, the Staffordshire Bull Terriers. You know, and believe it or not, they're known for their qualities with children. Originally, they were bred in the 18th century for fighting. They are a fighting dog, as you can see now. And my bitch, the temperament of her, absolutely fantastic. You know, people like poodles, but I can't see myself walking down the street with a poodle. You've got a dog, dogs for life, and you bring it up as part of the family.
Taffy, though, is worried that Crofty might go the way of every other tin mine. Despite large investment, there's a shortage of tin. Locating the richest seams underground is proving difficult. Crofty's development teams have investigated virgin ground, yet luck has not been with them. The loads given the most mining effort have proved disappointing. Emphasis is being switched elsewhere. It results in Taffy's dad speculating about the region's future without Crofty.
Come on.
Oh, I think things will be very difficult for Cornwall. I mean, the unemployment's high enough as it is now. All right, we're talking of what? Another 250 people within South Crofty, but it doesn't end there. Because, I mean, there's loads of businesses outside of South Crofty who are dependent on us for business, for spare parts. So, yeah, it would have a devastating effect on Cornwall as a whole.
Okay. Super, magic. Go on.
Thank you.
Can I have another one then, can I?
I always say my son follows his grandfather, and he worked in the mines down in Wales, and he was a hard worker.
They ain't big enough.
And he said, hard work never killed anybody. So I think he's following his grandfather in that respect.
Yeah, cauliflower. Cauliflower?
Yeah.
Same for me as well, please.
As well as mining, filling his stomach comes naturally to Taff. Everyone in the restaurant is agreed. The amount of food on his plate constitutes some kind of record. Some of it falls off.
Oh, it's going everywhere. Losing half of it. Hey? Yeah, could have done, couldn't I? Should have brought a bin bag and enough for the dogs as well, haven't I?
We need some salt and pepper now.
Yeah, salt and pepper anyway.
And the mustard.
Oh, some behind there, eh? Get them.
Some.
Other miners at Crofty are fed up with low-wage packets.
Good luck, Shy.
And like generations before, have left for mines elsewhere in the world. It's an option that even the newest machine man considers.
Okay.
Would you go abroad to work? Give him the chance?
Yeah. Well, I'd say yeah. I think you've got to think about is Sharon and the kids, like, you know? I thought these contracts are sort of 6 months out there and a month home, that type of thing.
There's a lot move. Well, there's a few move from Crofty now, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a couple of boys are going now, going out to Ireland to work.
Could you all move over if you wanted to? Wherever you had to go.
I think that's just like a short contract. It depends how long it is, really, you know? The trouble is, you know, Crofty is short on miners now. Obviously trying to bring more of the younger lads up onto the machines now, you know? I don't know. It's a hard decision to make, really.
Some of them.
It's hard, you know, with kids and that.
You wouldn't like it.
Single man.
In working abroad.
Single man, ideal.
I don't know.
Suddenly, for Crofty surveyors, the pressure is on. Tin reserves are thought to be extensive, but finding exact areas to plunder is becoming more and more urgent by the day. With tin prices low again, the mine can lose thousands of pounds a quarter. Pay for the workers is kept low. The surveyors, like the miners, are ill at ease but persevere. Investment in equipment helps.
Last pickup was like 7788 plus 5 metres. We're drawing the plans all the time. They're kept up to date. Not very often they're much more than a fortnight out of date. And it's now all going on computer. Things are looking up. I think because it's been so bad so long, people are still quite sceptical as to wet weather. The bonuses are going to go up, the money's going to get any better. We still, certainly from the survey point of view, it's not brilliant money, but it's certainly good experience here.
These downs are a bit fat.
Once the drawings are finished, the planning goes on underground.
7812.
Can you remember what the... Having some more money, that's going to hopefully, don't know about revolutionise the method we survey in, and a lot of the jobs we do still rely on standard method, theodolite and steel tape work. With this money, we're looking to be buying a new instrument, completely electronic. Fingers crossed that's going to make our life a lot easier, minimises the errors and speeds everything up to a great deal.
Now Taffy is at the front line. The mine's future depends on the high production of machine men like him. Another 40 men are taken on to increase the output, and Taffy hopes the mine survives as much as any Cornishman, even though he's obviously not Cornish.
No, not Cornish, no, Welsh born and bred. Yeah, not bad for an amateur.
You might find that a lot of the people that work in Cornish tin mines, a lot of them are from all over the world. There's a mixture of Cornish, Welsh, Scots, Polish, Italians, all from the Second World War up to the present day.
Back on the rack, Riley.
Crofty finds itself in a dilemma. Development work in new areas is crucial.
I'll just climb over that leg, and then if you can pass me the steel band afterwards.
Yep, no problem.
Yet no one can guarantee a return from every hole in the ground.
See you on 445.
All right, Anne.
A fluctuating tin price does nothing to help matters. Everything hinges on the right preparation and, as in all aspects of mining,
Whereabouts did you put it?
a lot of
There's
luck.
a foothold just by your left foot. A real nice one.
There's quite a breeze in here.
Yeah. Well, I'll just have to keep steady in it. 143, 4430. Okay, Andy, just about to go on the right face now.
Okay.
That's it, relax for a sec. 216, 1500.
Left 5. It's a struggle, it's hard, it's not, you know, everybody speaks, you know, some of them say, oh yeah, mining piece of piss. Not at all, you know, I found out bloody hard going, really, you know.
It's easy to come and stand and watch, but to actually come down every single day, muck out, I was talking about up to 40 to 50 tons of dirt, muck that out the first half of the shift, then get hold of those machines and drill over and charge up and keep your services up, like pipes and things like that, and rock bolting and all in the one shift. It's a hard thing to keep going every day.
What's the noise we just heard?
Blasting.
Yeah.
The lower levels are just blasted.
So is that a bit dodgy?
Yeah, it might get smoked out in about the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
So what should we do?
Pack up and clear off.
You reckon we should pack up and clear
Yeah,
off?
so we got our round of fire as well, and that's got to be fired on
We've
time.
got a fire in the next 5 minutes, so the smoke will be up here in a minute.
And that would be a bit dangerous, would it?
Well, you won't see a thing, and it really just chokes into your lungs and your throats, and it's not very nice.
So we better get going, haven't we?
Better get your arse in gear.